Destroy enemy motherships.
Welcome to the Dreamlands. We are returning to space once again for some Homeworld Remastered multiplayer. This time around we are going to have a 2v2.
Unidentified probe detected.
And the map is Nexus Evolution. Very, very beautiful map. I love this background. And 2v2, so for this game we have one player only making their return to the channel and 3 other players making their debut, so that is pretty darn exciting. Let's get our bearings here for a second. So we are north. We'll call this, yellow will be north and red will be south. So spawning on the north side of Nexus Evolution. First up for yellow team, it is going to be Xenofix. He has appeared on the channel a number of times. A pretty experienced player. So we are welcoming him back. He's going to be spawning in as the Taidan. His ally, making their debut on the channel, it is going to be KissLand. This player is fairly new in terms of multiplayer for Homeworld Remastered. She is going to be spawning in as the Higaran, so Taidan Higaran on the north side for Team Yellow. KissLand herself is a streamer as well, so I will leave a link to her Twitch in the video description. If you want to go check out some of her games, I encourage you to do so. On the south side of the map for red team, first up, making their debut on the channel, it is going to be mdmrx, playing also as the Higarans. Never seen this player on the channel before, never played with them, so I really know nothing about them. However, from what I understand, they are fairly experienced, so that's pretty cool. We tried to balance these teams. Also for red team, alongside mdmrx, we are going to have TG Elias. From what I understand, also a fairly new player. He is going to be playing as the Vager. So it's going to be Higaran Taidan versus Higaran Vager. We already have a bunch of action on the map. So let's see what's going on. A bunch of scouts for Xenofix already on the map. It looks like he's got his research vessel, he has saturated his main, he has a probe, and he has moved his carrier out to his first resource patch and has saturated that, or pretty close to it. KissLand has got a mobile refinery, brought her carrier out to that first resource patch, saturated nearly the main and nearly saturated on her first resource location, sending that mobile refinery. So looks like it's going to be a double expand build for KissLand. We do have some scouts for MDM. He has saturated his main and his first resource patch, sending out a few resource collectors to long haul from that third. Elias saturated his main, saturated his first resource patch, so pretty standard openers for everybody across the board. MDM getting a little bit greedy, and by the looks of it, KissLand getting a little bit greedy as well. Scouts from KissLand on the field, scouts from Xenofix, scouts from MDM, so everybody getting that scouting information, probes as well. They don't want to be caught off guard, because if we look at this map, these are very, very close spawn locations, and we also have dust clouds on either side, on either flank of the map. So that is pretty interesting. This is a very tight map. I anticipate tons of action right away. We do have corvettes already from Elias. Interesting. So he went directly from missile corvettes. That is crazy. We've got interceptors now coming onto the field for MDM. So it looks like econ for MDM and tech for Elias. I wonder if they're going to mirror that, if it's going to be tech and econ. Because it looks like we have econ opener from KissLand. I don't have any music on this map, which is very bizarre. More and more missile corvettes, heavy missile corvettes on the field already. KissLand is going to spot the play, though. I think it was in fact scouted already by Xenofix, because I did see him say in the chat that they are going to need anti-corvette. Some scouts going in from KissLand for a peek. They start popping some shots off these missile corvettes. That's not any fight they want a part of. Oof! Gonna go in anyway and suicide themselves entirely. Are they gonna get away? I don't think so. Those shots from the interceptors trailing close behind. Meanwhile, missile corvette's going to go right in for some harassment on that economy. KissLand feeling the pressure already. Going to start losing a couple of resource collectors. Scary opener from Elias. Tons and tons of missile corvettes. Going to keep pumping them out onto the map, putting the hurt onto Kiss's economy. Hopefully that greed pays off and she's able to tech up pretty quickly. Looks like we have a ton of interceptors from Xenofix going to move through the map and try and engage these interceptors from MDM. Going to try and prevent him from supporting his ally and putting more hurt onto KissLand. She has enough problems of her own to deal with. What kind of tech are we going to see from Xenofix is the question. They have to deal with these missile corvettes before it gets out of control. Very nice answer, though. We've got pulsar gunships on the field for KissLand. Going to put the hurt on, supported as they are from a few strike craft. They are going to take some hurt in reply, though. These missile corvettes are no slouch when it comes to anti-corvette damage. Lots of casualties on both sides. Even forward gun batteries from the Pride of Higara adding their pitiful amount of damage into that engagement. Nice play by Xenofix, though, sending those interceptors deep across into Red's territory. Going to force Elias to divert some of those missile corvettes, and hopefully these pulsar gunships can do enough damage to slow this down on Kiss's side of the map. Let Red Team stay in the fight without taking too much damage. Tons of interceptors from MDM, though. I don't think that Xeno is going to do enough damage. We do have a second carrier on the field from MDM as well. Really strong opener for Red Team. More and more missile corvettes. Really, really scary stuff. KissLand is in a ton of trouble on that side of the map. Xenofix looks like he is barely holding his own on this side. Red Team looking very strong out of the gate. Those pulsar gunships need to focus down these weak missile corvettes, or they are just going to get picked off as they come out of the carrier. A bunch of missile corvettes now back behind KissLand's mothership, putting more hurt on more resource collectors. Really, really nice play from Elias. Very strong opener. KissLand is in a ton of trouble. She needs to get frigates out onto the field. There's a support frigate from Xenofix on the front, or that's from MDM. No, that is Xenofix. Pardon me. Getting confused here for a second. A support frigate from Xenofix. Gonna keep those interceptors healthy. Looks like he is doing a really good job of keeping Red Team busy on this side. Bit of damage coming out onto the carrier. That forward carrier looks like all of those resource collectors were cleaned up off of that wreck bulkhead. Too used to casting DOK off of that resource patch. Ugh. KissLand taking brutal economic damage. At least she has this going strong. That is going to keep her in this game, hopefully. Lots of missile corvettes. Really nice micro, too. I see Elias bringing back some damaged ones to dock. More pulsar gunships trying to slow the tide, but that is not working. These missile corvettes have been a massive thorn in Yellow Team's side, diverting a couple onto Xenofix's side of the map. Really, really strong play from Elias, pardon me. Gonna look to put a little bit of hurt on Xenofix resources. He does have an assault frigate on the field, though, so that's gonna do a pretty good job of seeing these off, backed up as it is by that support frigate. Going to move that assault frigate across the map to try and push these missile corvettes off the field. It looks like KissLand is able to maintain 2 resource patches. She needs to get these ones mining, though. A little bit of miss micro there. We do have more assault frigates from Xenofix already on this side of the map. That carrier taking half damage already. Oof, brutal. Laser corvettes even from Elias, my favorite unit. Laser corvettes are so sick. That's why the carrier was taking so much damage. I see now missile corvettes and laser corvettes. Wisely, KissLand focusing down those laser corvettes, trying to keep that carrier in the fight. What are these things? Gravwell generator from Xenofix. Interesting. Very nice defense from Xenofix here. Gonna keep KissLand in the game while the pressure is on with those interceptors. Excellent, excellent micro. Fantastic play from Xenofix, that forward carrier as well. KissLand is still in the game. Still on 2 resource locations as well. Looks like she finally got those resource collectors mining. And it looks like Elias has finally been pushed off. Really, really nice defense from Xenofix. Single-handedly able to hold yellow into the game. Really, really nicely done. Big trouble, though, on the horizon. Red team has a destroyer on the field. Double carriers pumping out those laser corvettes. Oh, these are Elias as well. So we do have laser corvettes, missile corvettes for Elias, interceptors and destroyers from MDM. Big counterattack on Xenofix side of the map from red team. So many assault craft. So it looks like from Elias we have assault craft, missile corvettes, and laser corvettes. From MDM we do have interceptors and destroyers. We got any bombers? No bombers by the looks of it. Mass assault frigates from Xenofix, backed up by those support frigates and torpedo frigates on the map now. That is exactly what she needed. Torpedo frigates coming out from KissLand. She has transitioned fully into frigate tech. I don't see any more corvettes on the field. Very few strike craft left for Xenofix. He is in big trouble here. Tons of interceptors and assault craft putting huge hurt on all of Xenofix strike craft. We do have some pulsar gunships on the field from KissLand, getting it deep behind enemy lines, trying to get on that torpedo frigate. So torpedo frigates from MDX now supporting that destroyer. Big, big engagement directly in mid. I love this. Those assault frigates holding the front line with support from that support frigate, keeping them in the fight. A torpedo frigate going to start getting focused down by these laser corvettes. That is not what you want to see. Ugh. More harassment from these missile corvettes. Those laser corvettes need to get cleaned up big time. They are just such a problem. Gunships from KissLand. More and more assault frigates. More and more assault frigates. Oh, ion cannon frigate. We've got some ion cannon frigates now from Xenofix. That's exactly what he needs to try and deal with this torpedo frigates and this destroyer. This first destroyer is almost going to go down. Really, really nice play. Ion cannon frigates diverting their fire to these torpedo frigates. Beautiful play by Xenofix, but is it enough? Look at this giant fleet from red. The combined forces, man. All of those interceptors and assault craft, all of those missile corvettes and laser corvettes. Scary, scary stuff. Torpedo frigate and gunship's going to try and clean this stuff up. More torpedo frigates, more gunships onto the map. That is a pretty good composition, so you can deal with these bombers from Elias, as well as these corvettes from Elias. Looks like KissLand doing a damn good job of staying in this game, even setting up mining on that third location as well. What a tight battle. Xenofix pushing back now. Big counterattack cutting directly through mid with these assault frigates, trying to put as much damage and tank as much damage as they can, backed up as they are by these ion cannon frigates. Forward carrier. More and more ion cannon frigates. What is he going to get to deal with all of these strike craft? Gunships is the answer. KissLand sending her gunships across the field to try and help clean out a bit of these overwhelming strike craft numbers. What is going on way back here? Look at that micro from Xenofix getting assault frigates behind Red's lines. They got to push them back. They got to get the heat off of their end of the map, and it looks like they're doing a damn fine job of that. A second destroyer is on the field now for MDM, putting out those big shots into the frigates. Laser corvettes, bombers, interceptors, and assault craft being a massive nuisance still. Those ion cannon beams focusing down that destroyer. This can take damage for quite some time, though. Looks like KissLand is finally safe on her end of the map as the fighting has switched over to directly in front of Xenofix. Those assault frigates were cleaned up in the back. Now it's just the ion cannons focusing fire onto that destroyer. That thing is trying to kite back while missile corvettes come in alongside these bombers to try and clean up all of those ion cannon frigates. Look at these strike craft numbers. KissLand needs to get more macro. Xenofix is calling the GG though. Yeah, I don't think there's anything they can do. Just the sheer amount of numbers. Interceptors behind Yellow's lines, cleaning up their economy. KissLand never really able to get a footing onto the map to help Xenofix. Too much macro from both players on red team. Really, really nice showing. I love that opener from Elias. Really, really devastating. Allowing MDM to tech 2 destroyers, and there really isn't an answer on yellow sides of the map for this. Xenofix has been thinned out big time. He still has a lot of frigates though, assault frigates and ion cannon frigates. Although MDM adding ion cannon frigates of his own to back up that torpedo frigate, and that destroyer torpedo frigate goes down. A couple of torpedo frigates and some interceptors from KissLand. But this overwhelming number of assault craft and interceptors, bombers, corvettes, it just can't be dealt with. There isn't enough units on the field. Yellow is slowly going to lose their economy, and they don't have any units that they can really stem the tide. Their units are going to get cleaned up as they build them. Destroyer on the field though from KissLand. Unfortunately, Xenofix's entire fleet has been eradicated, and his economy is bleeding out behind the flagship. Single destroyer not going to be able to keep this in the game. Destroyer from Xenofix as well. He is trying to hold on as long as he can. Oof. That destroyer putting those big shots on. Team Red senses blood though. They are moving their carriers across the map. Xenofix is going to try and hold on as long as he can, but can they do it with just 2 destroyers? I think the answer is no, obviously, but they can hold on as long as possible, unless they get like battle cruisers out onto the field, which I don't see happening. Definitely not for KissLand. That destroyer already at half health and bleeding. You have bombers, eh? Bomber's gonna make short work of that thing. Oof, those plasma bombs detonating across the top of the destroyer's hull. Looking pretty sick. Oh man, look at all of those torpedoes barely doing a dent in the heavy armor of that destroyer. Laser corvettes though, that's not something you want to see if you're a destroyer. Oh yeah. The best unit in the entire Homeworld series right here, ladies and gentlemen. The laser corvette. Absolute laser corvette. Based unit if there ever was one. So we know red team is definitely going to win, but let's just close out this video by watching the spectacular sights of combat in this absolutely gorgeous game. This is what it's about. This is why I actually love casting this game, I think, more than playing it, because I actually get as much as I love to play it, I can have the opportunity while casting to just zoom in like this and see the unprecedented spectacle of gorgeous combat that this game has to offer. Oh, those laser corvettes are just so sick. Absolute lasers right here. Elias, a player after my own heart. Ruthless kill squad of laser corvettes just rampaging unchecked through enemy lines. Delivering death left and right. That's what I love to see. What have we got going on over here? Oh, Xenofix with the flagship suicide. Boom, out he goes. We got the GGs called from all the players. Really, really nice game. I did enjoy that one quite a bit. Red had the game for much the entire thing. I feel like really nice counterattack. Xenofix held the defense like an absolute champion for a very, very long time. There goes KissLand as well. So GG, that was an awesome one. Thanks everybody for playing. Big shout out to all of the new players appearing in this game. You guys are awesome. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, smash that like. Leave me a comment to let me know what you think. Subscribe if you enjoy my content, and I will see you for the next game.